Welcome back to MS English AI, where we don't just learn English, we feel it.
Yeah, this is where English becomes more than grammar and vocabulary. It becomes a part of who you are.
Exactly. And today, we're talking about something very close to my heart. How to speak English from your heart, not just your mind.
That sounds deep. What does it mean to speak from your heart?
It means this. When you speak only from your mind, you sound correct. But when you speak from your heart, you sound alive. I think I get what you mean. When I focus too much on grammar, I freeze. But when I just talk freely, even with mistakes, people connect with me more.
Exactly, Anna, because people don't listen to perfect sentences. They listen to energy. Your voice carries emotion, and emotion is the true language of connection.
So you're saying I don't need to impress anyone with my English.
Not at all. You're not here to impress, you're here to express. When you stop performing and start expressing, your English becomes authentic.
You know, that's what scares me the most. I always feel like I have to prove something when I speak English. Like, if I make one mistake, people will think I'm not smart enough.
That's such a common feeling. Most people who learn English think speaking perfectly equals intelligence, but it doesn't. Intelligence is not about how many words you know. It's about how deeply you connect.
So, what do you mean by connecting deeply?
Think of it like this. When you speak from your mind, you're trying to control everything. Words, grammar, pronunciation. But when you speak from your heart, you're trying to share something. Your story, your feeling, your truth.
That actually feels freeing. Like, it's okay to just be human in English too.
Exactly. You don't stop being human just because you switch languages. The heart doesn't speak English or Bengali. It speaks emotion.
But Paul, what about fear? Every time I try to speak English, I get nervous. My voice shakes, my brain goes blank.
That fear comes from thinking English is a test. But English isn't a test, it's a bridge.
A bridge?
Yes, a bridge between your world and someone else's. When you walk on that bridge with love instead of fear, your words flow naturally.
So it's not about avoiding mistakes, it's about trusting myself.
Exactly. Trust is the real fluency. If you trust yourself, your heart will guide your words, even if your grammar isn't perfect.
You make it sound so simple, but when I'm actually speaking, my brain keeps shouting, "Don't mess up! Don't mess up!"
That's your mind trying to protect you. It's doing its job, but it's overprotective. The trick is to thank your mind, then let your heart take the microphone.
Let your heart take the microphone. I love that. Let's try something. Say the sentence, "I'm happy to see you." Now, first, say it from your mind.
I'm happy to see you.
Good. Now, say it from your heart. Feel it. Imagine you're meeting someone you truly love after a long time.
I'm happy to see you.
There it is. That's connection. Same words, different world.
Wow, that really feels different. The second one even made me emotional.
Because your heart added music to the sentence. That music, your tone, your emotion, that's what makes English beautiful.
So native speakers aren't just fluent in grammar, they're fluent in emotion.
Yes, beautifully said. Fluency is emotional rhythm, not just verbal accuracy. When you sync your feeling with your words, people feel your English, not just hear it.
So when you speak from your heart, you become a living language box.
It set you back a little, but this time, understand the meaning of the sentence. If feel your heart speak it to you.
I'm happy to see you.
There it is. That's connection. Same words, different world.
Wow, that really feels different. The second one even made me emotional.
Because your heart added music to the sentence. That music, your tone, your emotion, that's what makes English beautiful.
So native speakers aren't just fluent in grammar, they're fluent in emotion.
Yes, beautifully said. Fluency is emotional rhythm, not just verbal accuracy. When you sync your feeling with your words, people feel your English, not just hear it.
That's vulnerability, and it's powerful. Speaking with emotion doesn't make you weak, it makes you real.
Real. Yes, vulnerability is honesty in action. When you speak from your heart, you give people permission to do the same.
That's so true. When I listen to someone who speaks honestly, I feel safe, even if their English isn't perfect.
Exactly. Honesty builds trust faster than perfect grammar ever could. Anna, English is not a wall between you and others. It's a window. And your heart is the light shining through it.
That's beautiful.
The moment you stop trying to sound perfect and start sounding like yourself, that's when fluency truly begins.
So, speaking from the heart is also about accepting who I am, right?
Exactly. You don't need to sound like an American or a British speaker. You just need to sound like you, in English.
I used to think my accent was a problem, but now I see it's part of my story.
Yes, your accent is the fingerprint of your journey. Never hide it. Honor it. It shows courage.
Courage. I like that word.
Because that's what speaking from your heart really is. Courage in sound form.
So, if I understand right, to speak from the heart means to trust myself, express honestly, and stop performing.
Exactly. English is not about showing off what you know. It's about sharing who you are.
That feels so different from how I used to think about learning English. It's not a race, it's a relationship.
Beautifully said. A relationship between your heart and your words. So to everyone listening, next time you speak English, don't just think, feel. Because when you speak from your heart, your words will never sound wrong.
And people will remember not what you said, but how they made you feel.
Exactly. That's the real language of connection. And remember, every time you speak from your heart, you make English more human. We'll see you in the next episode.
Stay kind, stay real, and speak with soul.